Hello, my little angel. Mama here again. I wanted to share with you some of more. I know in the first video I kind of told you a little bit about how you are working your way to us and how your mama was sick and she's not gonna be able to carry you in her belly, but there's another mama. You're gonna have two amazing mamas that are going to take care of you. But there's another mama that's gonna carry you in her belly. And we don't know her yet. We're waiting to meet her and we're so excited to meet her as well. But today I wanted to tell you a little bit about all the things we've done just to get to you. Okay, so first off, your dad and I have known we've wanted you forever. I was very straightforward with your dad when I met him and I started dating him, and I told him that I've always wanted to be a mama, and even though I can't carry you in my belly, that's something that's really important for me. He agreed that he also wants to be your papa and that it doesn't matter how you come to us, that we're going to love you no matter what. And so your dad and me have been together for almost 10 years now. It's been 9 years. And all this time we have been just kind of preparing for you. We've been preparing emotionally. We've been preparing physically. We've got this amazing house that we can't wait to have you in. And we've just been preparing, just growing ourselves and financially. I mean, we've been preparing in all the ways for you. And so on January 1st of 2023, actually before that, we decided that we were ready to start filling out the paperwork so that we can find someone to help us find you. And actually that was in December, like towards the end of December, like Christmas time. And I wanted to fill out the paperwork and send it right away. But me and your dad had talked about waiting until the new year. Your mama was so excited though that I was like, I don't want to wait. I just want to fill out the paperwork and start now. But your dad was like, we talked about waiting. So your mom still filled out the paperwork, but then she just decided to take a breath and take it easy, because no matter what, no matter when you come, you're coming, and we're so excited for you. So your mom still filled out the paperwork, but she waited until January the 1st to send the paperwork to the people that are going to help us. Now, the people that are helping us are part of a platform. A platform is like an online space. They're called Pear Tree, and they help people like me find babies, and mamas find babies who need another mama, who need more mamas. Not another mama, but more mamas. So I want to make that clear, that no matter what, I want you to know that you're loved by both of your mamas, okay? And I want you to always know that. And I want you to always feel that. And I want you to know you can always ask me any questions about that you ever have. But so basically on January the 1st, we had to fill out some brief paperwork. It was like an application, and send it. And then we found out that we were accepted and approved for what's called a Homestudy. And then they sent us this checklist with all this stuff that we had to check off. The Homestudy people were from an agency called Connecting Hearts, and Pear Tree connected us with them. And basically we had to send them what's called a personal inventory, and that was like basically our whole life history. So they wanted to know about me and my childhood and my growing up. They wanted to know about your dad and his childhood. They wanted to know about your aunts and your uncles. They wanted to know, if we had a good life, how we wanted to take care of you, how we wanted to parent you. They wanted to know, there was just so much information. I can't even remember. And honestly, it was a little bit overwhelming. It took me and your dad a few hours, and your dad would get frustrated very easily. So your mom had to be super, super patient. But we had to do that, and then we had to do what's called a financial statement. And basically they want to see and make sure that we have the finances to be able to give you a good home and take care of you, so all your needs are going to be met. We had to provide some references to show that we would be really good mamas and papas. And we passed. We had to get 5 of them, and we passed with flying colors. We had to get employment verification, so they wanted to see and make sure that we had jobs, and we were going to be able to continue supporting you, and we had steady jobs. They wanted medical reports, so they wanted to see that your dad and I were taking care of our health and being good to ourselves so that we can take care of you. They wanted to see that we have insurance, so that if you, or when you have to go to the doctor to you get your checkups and stuff, we can have insurance to have you covered. We had some background checks. We had like 3 different background checks done because they wanted to make sure that we were good people and that we weren't going to hurt you and that we don't have any history of anything a little sketchy from the past. And we passed all that with flying colors. And then we actually also had to do some training hours. And that was pretty cool because your mama has been a nurse for many years. And while she does know about taking care of people, she's actually very good at it. She knows about babies, but she doesn't know everything, just like anybody. There was a lot of information there that your mama did not know about. So it was really good for mama to read, and made mama realize that maybe she needs to get a book to just read up a little bit more and make sure that she's got everything she needs and she's as prepared as she possibly can be to just give you the best opportunities in life. So we had to do 10 hours of that, and so that was pretty cool. And then we had to just provide a lot of paperwork, like our driver's license, our birth certificates, our marriage certificates. We both you and your dad and I have been divorced. So we had to provide those paperworks, our taxes, which you'll learn about when you're much older. You do not need to worry about that now. And then you've got 2 sisters, Brianna. So Brianna is your sister from your dad, who was married before, and they had a baby. So you do have a sister. Her name is Brianna. She's super excited to meet you. And our social worker, who was the one who came to our house and reviewed all this stuff, her name is Alice Kelly, and she came on January the 27th. 2023, and she was here for like 4, maybe 5 hours, and she kind of went through all this with us and talked about it with us, but she also talked with Brianna, and it was just so nice to hear her talk to her and hear Brianna's excitement about meeting you. You also have a fur baby sister. Her name is Bella. She's sleeping right now, so we won't bother her, but you'll get to see her in another video, and you'll get to see Brianna too. We'll make sure she does a little video for you. So yeah, these are all the things we had to get together and all the things we had to put in all this time and all this paperwork, because even though it was a little bit at times, a little bit stressful for mama, she will do whatever it takes to get you here, and dad too. So that took us, believe it or not, I actually did it pretty fast. So I remember we sent you the application on January the 1st, and your social worker, her name was Alice Kelly. She was so sweet. She came on January 27th. So a little less than a month. We had everything together and we were ready to go because we just are so excited and couldn't wait to get you here. So when Miss Kelly came, she went over all of our paperwork with us. She was actually, Mom, your dad wasn't nervous because he's pretty like cool and kind of laid back. Your mom was nervous, okay? Your mom was very nervous, and she had cleaned the whole house, and she had, you know, made sure that everything was out of reach for a baby and the house was ready for the baby. And so that Alice could see that we are 100% serious about you, and we can't wait to take care of you and to love you. But so, of course, your mama was really nervous about this whole process. But Mrs. Alice Kelly was so, so sweet. We are so grateful to her because she was just so understanding about how nervous we were, or I was. And she just like reviewed everything with us, really just gave us so much information. Look at all this information that she gave us. Just packets and packets about information, so that we can learn about taking care of you and how to speak to you in the best ways, and how to just help you grow up having the healthiest, most well-rounded life. So she just really was so loving, and we are so grateful for her. And she even said she wanted to keep in contact with us, and if we had any questions, we can reach out to her, which was like super, super nice of her. You will get to meet her once you're here, because she'll come in and check on us and just make sure that we're doing okay. So then what happened? I want to make sure I get all the dates here for you. So that was January 27th of 2023. So then that was part of our home study, and that was approved on February the 15th of 2023. So on February the 15th of 2023, we officially got the go that we had passed everything on all our tests. I called them tests, but all the paperwork and the visits and all the things we had to do. And basically they gave us the okay to move forward.